and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you please rise, kindly remove your hats, and join Becky Newskater in the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all thy sons command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
And welcome to the field, your Swift Current Indians.
And welcome to the Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball webcast. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action from Mitchell Field in Swift Current, where the Medicine Mavericks, third place in the WMBL Alberta division, with a record of 14-11, take on the cellar-dwelling Swift Current Indians, 17-7, but the Tribe with a big 6-4 win last night against the Regina Red Sox. 29 degrees at game time and humid in Swift Current as we get ready for this matchup of Trans-Canada rivals, Medicine Hat making the 2-hour bus ride east to Swift Current for this one here. The Tribe is going to deploy Aaron Godinez to the mound. He will be the starting pitcher for the Swift Current Indians. Godinez, anytime, any place, in any situation for the Tribe this year. He leads the team in appearances with 12 of them. This will be his third start. He far and away leads the Swift Current Indians in innings pitched, 38 2/3. He's been hit off of 46 times, allowed 12 runs, 10 of them earned. He's walked 13 and struck out 26. He's 0-1 on the year with one save and a 2.32 ERA. The Medicine Hat Mavericks batting order as they get set to send to the plate: Gabe Lairs, Ryan Kemp, Blake Rowlett in the top of the first inning. And we're good to go here. The smoke haze is cleared up in the southwest Saskatchewan area. There's still a little bit, but by and large, we're ready for another beautiful night at the ballpark. A near sellout crowd last night. 530 plus in Swift Current, and we're going to touch a sellout again here tonight. Back-to-back great nights for baseball in the sense-making city of Swift Current, and we're glad that you could join us for Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball, wherever you may be dialed in from. Aaron Godinez, starting pitcher from Houston, California. The righty gets set to deal to the 274 hitting Gabe Lairs. And first pitch from Godinez is a strike. 0-1, the count. Swinging and missing. And Godinez taking something off that pitch. Lairs in front of it. And that's going to be strike two. 0-2 the count. Lairs on the year, 274 hitter for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Top of the first inning here, wind gently blowing out to left field as Godinez low and away, as pitchers are wont to do with the count 0-2. And 1-2. Check swing. And no, he didn't. 2-2 the count. Veteran umpire Ron Shuchuk behind the plate. He's not going to take any guff from anyone tonight. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball from Godinez hit into foul territory. Reed Fritzke, who draws back in at first base, will get underneath that and make the catch. Lairs will fly out to Fritzke in foul territory. And one down here in the top of the first.
Ryan Kemp.
Defensively for the Swift Current Indians, you got Aaron Godinez throwing to Jake Garcia behind the plate. Reed Fritzke at first base. At second, Drew Brooks. Jose Rojas will play short. Kevin Zarnecki at third. Darren Koch is going to play left field tonight, moving in from the DH spot. Tyler Enns in center. Nate Ackerman in right. Andrew Saucedo will sit this one out. He's been left fielder for a while, and Nick Day is going to DH for the Swift Current Indians. So no Nick Day in the field, but his .308 batting average will be a presence at the plate as the diminutive Ryan Kemp hits a chopper right back at Aaron Godinez for the second out of the inning. He'll ground out to the pitcher, and it'll be 2 away in the top of the first. Shortstop Blake Rowlett, a .290 batting average on the year. Digs in. Joe Carnahan continuing to recruit starting pitchers. Ryan Benitez had his last night with the team last night, and he went home to Texas after a nagging arm injury, and Chris Hadeland is also left for the season as well. So Swift Current Indians starting rotation continues to be a work in progress. They eventually want to use Godinez as a reliever, but in the meantime, he's going to be seeing regular starts before the reinforcements arrive. Want to know the count to Rowlett as Godinez. Breaking ball and strike one. 1-1 the count. Right fielder Aaron Green on deck. Rowlett, ground ball, chops it foul. And Godinez staying ahead of the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Count 1-2. Tribe moving to 17-7 with last night's win against the Regina Red Sox. First time they've beat the Sox this season. Curve ball from Godinez just stays up. And deuces are wild now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. We're in the top of the first. And scoreless between the Mavericks and Swift Current Indians. Breaking ball, Rowlett hammers that foul. Not foul by much. As that ball disappears into foul territory oblivion, and count will remain 2-2. Rowlett, the shortstop for the Mavericks, hitting .290 on the season from Clarksville, Tennessee. Godinez ready for the 2-2. Just a little bit out. Aaron Green on deck for the Mavs. A .288 hitter with 3 homers, and he's the team leader in RBIs with 25 of them. We'll see if we get to him as Rowlett fouls another one just down the first base line. And count remains 3-2. Aaron Godinez worked the first 2 hitters real quick. But Rowlett's going to make Godinez throw everything he's got at him. Three-two pitch, line shot, and that'll be over the head of Drew Brooks and a solid single for Rowlett. So a good at-bat by Blake Rowlett as a few Medicine Hat fans make some noise with their first base runner of this game.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15, Aaron Green.
Friday night, and Medicine Hat just 2 hours down the road, so pretty easy road trip. Ballpark in Swift Current's pretty easy to find. Just south of the Trans-Canada Highway on Memorial Drive. Right by the hockey rink, which you can't miss, the Credit Union iPlex. As Aaron Green, right fielder and the number 4 hitter in the Mavs batting order, steps in. Green swung a good bat this year in Medicine Hat. .288 average, 3 home runs, 25 RBI. And Godinez is going to keep Rowlett in check. Throws over to first. Athletic Park, a little bit more of an adventure to find as ballparks go. A lot of people have got lost a few times trying to navigate the streets in Medicine Hat, finding it downtown. When Swift Current plays in Medicine Hat in a week or two, we'll be sure to post directions on our Facebook page if anyone wants to make the trip. 1-1 the count. To Green. Fastball up moments ago, offered by Godinez. High fly ball. That's barely going to escape the infield. Jose Rojas is underneath it. And he'll make the catch. Green will fly out to the shortstop. The Medicine Hat Mavericks will get a hit, but strand a runner. Bottom of the first inning coming up, and we are scoreless. Back momentarily with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 man left on.
Communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Swift Current Indians and the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Mavs taking the field. Starting pitcher for the Mavs is Zach Whitmus. 2 appearances this year, both of them starts. He's only worked 7 2/3 innings. He's been hit off of 10 times, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 11. 1-1 on the year. ERA of 2.25. Darren Koch leading off for the Swift Current Indians. He's been their offensive player of the past 2 weeks. WMBL Offensive Player of the Week last week, and he's continued to swing a hot bat for the Swift Current Indians, now leading the team in batting average. 366 coming into this game. He's got 2 home runs, 13 RBI, 1 home run in Edmonton, part of his cycle, and he homered on the first pitch of Game 2 of the doubleheader in Lethbridge. Top of the first pitch of the game, bang. Koch, there's a shot, hit to the shortstop, takes the first baseman off the bag, and the tag had to be applied as the throw
Now batting, sponsored by
from Blake Rowlett.
Lines, the right fielder, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
Off target. And applying a tag with some gusto on it was Andy Scott at first. It's not a fun way to start the game for Koch as he grounds out to short and gets pelted in the process. Nate Ackerman, right fielder, up. He's played well for the Swift Current Indians lately, too. 347 average on the year. 3 dingers, 13 RBI.
Kids, that is a Standard Motors foul ball. That foul ball is property of the Swift Current Indians, but the folks at Standard Motors are happy to pay $1 for every foul ball returned to the souvenir booth tonight.
So 0-1 the count to Ackerman, facing right-handed pitcher Zach Whitmus. Whitmus just misses low to Ackerman. Jose Rojas on deck. 349 hitter is Jose. Jose hit his 3rd homer of the season last night in the Tribe's 6-4 win over the Regina Red Sox. 1-1 count to Ackerman. Whitmus slow on the windup, and a breaking ball that just bent right away from the bat of Ackerman in this righty-on-righty matchup. And 1-2. Wind gently blowing out to left field. The breeze cooling down the fans here. Fastball from Whitmus. Misses. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Nobody on and 1 down here. Bottom of the first inning and scoreless between the Swift Current Indians and the Mavs. This is a rematch of last year's WMBL final, where the Mavericks won, and it's a called strike 3 to Nate Ackerman on a pitch that froze Nate.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the shortstop, number 11, Jose Rojas.
So Jose Rojas up now for the Swift Current Indians. Tied for the team lead in home runs. Jose with 3 of them this year. First pitch is just above the dirt. And a 1-0 count to Jose. Whitmus. Well hit ball by Rojas. Hit deep to right field. Hit back. And that heifer's going to escape the ranch.
And that is a transfer spinning home run for Jose Rojas.
A solo bomb for Jose Rojas, his 4th homer of the season. And the Swift Current Indians with a quick 1-0 lead as Jose belts one over the fence in right field. One Love Tribe.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 29, Nick Day.
And Rojas just getting better with the bats as the season gets longer. Shot by Nick Day, and that's hit hard to the Mavs' third baseman, and fielded by Ryan Helgren as he throws it across. As Nick Day grounds out to third, but Jose Rojas electrifies with his fourth dinger of the year. It's a 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We're heading to the top of the second, and we'll be back shortly with the Tribe in the field on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, The Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
And welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action from Mitchell Field, where Aaron Godinez and the Swift Current Indians, with a 1-0 lead on the Mavs. Cruz, Arthur, and Helgren due up here in the second inning. Godinez ahead of Cruz. 0-2 count. Jose Cruz swinging a real hot bat. 471 average on the year. Cruz with 2 home runs. One of them came in Swift Current. Counts will be 2-2 to Cruz as the right-handed pitcher. Godinez started off with 2 quick strikes. Ground ball hit to Drew Brooks in the glove and off to first. And Cruz will head back to the dugout after grounding out on that 2-2 pitch.
Beer batter, the designated hitter, number 19, Brian Arthur. So DH Brian Arthur digs in at the plate now. First pitch from Godinez just misses. 1-0 count. One 0 pitch. And Godinez breaking pitch that drops in for strike 1 of this exchange with Arthur. Arthur 304 hitter on the year. He'll DH tonight for the Mavs. Ryan Helgren, third baseman, waits on deck. 1-1 pitch from Godinez, just a bit outside. So 2-1 the count. Godinez. That's hit in the gap by Arthur and could be trouble. And Arthur with a stand-up double. Now batting, the third baseman, number 17, Ryan Helgren.
Celebrates at second. And puts the tying run in scoring position for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. 1 down. And Ryan Helgren up now. Runner you see at second is Arthur. Helgren at the plate. Pitch from Godinez is inside for ball one. Helgren hits seventh in the order. Andy Scott is on deck. 188 hitting first baseman. 1-0 pitch. As Godinez tries to get Helgren to chase low and outside. Nothing doing. Pitchers will do that. Feel out the strike zone. And Godinez trying to find what he can get away with, working righty hitters outside. 2-0 count. That one's a slider right down the middle for strike one of this exchange. 2-1. Hit to right field. Ackerman makes the catch. Runner thought about tagging up, but that ball was hurried in by Ackerman.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24, Andy Scott.
So first baseman Andy Scott makes his way to the plate. 2-0. Still have Arthur at second base after he doubled earlier this inning. We're in the top of the second. 1-0 lead for the Tribe. Fly ball. And Jake Garcia laid it on the line, trying to make that catch close to the Mavs dugout. Kicked up some dust while heading over to the dugout. Godinez looks the runner at second base. Chop foul. Garcia sliding hard and kicking dust into the Medicine Hat Mavericks dugout. It's like in hockey when you snow the goalie. Harv Martinez is going to be all over me for a hockey reference in a baseball webcast. Ground ball hit to third base. Kevin Zarnecki throws on target to Reed Fritzky, and that'll do it for the Medicine Hat Mavericks as Scott grounds out to third base. Good athleticism shown by Fritzky to drop to the splits and make that catch. Bottom of the second coming up, 1-0 lead for the Swift Current Indians. We're back shortly with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle. $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
What up, Jive Turkeys? Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball in Swift Current. Defending league champion Medicine Hat Mavericks taking on the Swift Current Indians. There's Edmonton's Kevin Zarnecki making his way to the plate.
For the Swift Current Indians, the third baseman, number 9, Kevin Zarnecki.
So Zarnecki will try and get the offensive ball continuing to roll for the Swift Current Indians. Bottom of the second inning, 1-0 lead for the Tribe on the strength of a solo home run by Jose Rojas. As Zarnecki hammers one foul.
Bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
Kids will battle it out for that buck, and Zarnecki will await an 0-1 pitch that is in the dirt from Mavs pitcher Zach Whitmus. So 1-1, the count to Zarnecki.
Zarnecki fouls another one off. And count will be 1-2. Zarnecki ends Fritzky, due up for the Tribe here. Bottom of the second, 1-0 they lead it. Swift Current Indians will head to Moose Jaw twice this weekend. Moose Jaw just close enough that they won't stay overnight, but tomorrow night they'll be in the Jaw, and then Sunday afternoon they'll bus to and fro for both games, and we'll have those games for you for Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Two-two pitch at the feet of Zarnecki. Count is full. Whitmus agrees on the 3-2. Ground ball by Zarnecki. Just past the outstretched glove of the second baseman, and that'll be a single for the Edmonton native.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 24, Tyler Enns.
So on and nobody out for Tyler Enns. Enns hitting .209 coming into this at bat. Whitmus gives Kevin Zarnecki a little how's-she going over at first. Whitmus changes that delivery with a runner on. Enns shows bunt, and strike is called. Different delivery and routine with a runner on as Whitmus mixes it up. Reed Fritzky on deck. To the plate, and that'll be strike two. So 0-2, the count to Tyler Enns. Oh, 2 pitch, runner in motion, hit and run is on, strike 3 to Enns. And the throw to second is mishandled, so a stolen bag for Kevin Zarnecki. Tyler Enns will strike out. It'll be one down, but the runner advances to
Now
scoring
batting,
position.
the first baseman, number 16, Reed Fritzky.
So local kid Reed Fritzky up to the plate. Fritzky born in 1996. The other day, Tribe pitching coach Craig Kilshaw and myself were giving Fritzky a hard time about how young he is. How he's never had to experience things like dial-up internet and Nintendos. As Fritzky is hit with a pitch in the
Now
arm.
batting, the catcher, number 5, Jake Garcia.
So 19-year-old Reed Fritzky wears one and smiles about it. Runners on at first and second now for Jake Garcia, Swift Current Indians starting catcher tonight. .241 average on the year for Jake. He hits 8th in the order. Drew Brooks is on deck. Well hit ball by Garcia, hit to center. Catch is made, Zarnecki tags up, and he'll slide in at third. Catch was made in center field by Gabe Laris, so Garcia flies out to center field, but does advance Kevin Zarnecki in the process.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4, Drew Brooks.
We see Swift Current Indians coach Joe Carnahan with Kevin Zarnecki. And now Drew Brooks will try and come up big with runners on the corners and pad the Swift Current Indians 1-0 lead here on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action here in Swift. Whitmus to Brooks, ground ball.
And Brooks will ground out to first, stranding a couple runners. Swift Current Indians aren't hitting the ball too bad, and it's a 1-0 lead after 2 complete innings. We'll be back momentarily with the top of the third and more Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
259. If you have those numbers, please go to the souvenir booth to claim your prizes.
Ron Shuchuk says, turn the dang lights on. We're above making any jokes along the lines of maybe that'll help him see the strike zone.
27, Mitchell Doucette.
Not going to do that. Mitchell Doucette to the plate now for the Medicine Hat Mavericks as they go 9-1-2 here in the top of the third inning. Visiting Mavs trailing 1-0. Jose Rojas hit a home run in the bottom of the first for the Swift Current Indians. And Aaron Godinez has kept the Mavs hitters at bay. There's the starting pitcher for the Swift Current Indians. Houston, California product. First pitch, and that'll find the strike zone. Doucette hitting .381 on the year, so Medicine Hat in their order, really spreading out the offense. Oh, 1 is low and away. Strike is called. And 1-2 the count to Doucette. Aaron Godinez throwing to Jake Garcia, Reed Fritzky at first, Drew Brooks at second, Jose Rojas at short, and Kevin Zarnecki playing second. Darren Koch's going to play left field. Straight away center is Tyler Enns, and right field Nate Ackerman as Doucette is caught looking at that curveball by Godinez.
For Aaron Godinez, his first of the game.
First K on the board for Aaron Godinez.
Now batting the center fielder, number 9, Gabe Lairs.
As he unleashed a filthy curveball to send the number 9 hitter back to the dugout. Gabe Lairs up now for Med Hat as Godinez goes back to that curveball, and it's another strike. Strike 1, bulb illuminated. Godinez goes to the fastball for strike 2. So 0-2 the count to Lairs, top of the order. He flew out to first base the last time he was up. There's one down for him here in the top of the third as Godinez deals to the plate. And that shot by Lairs will find grass, and he's going to go for 2. Gabe Lairs legs out a double.
The second baseman, number 2, Ryan Camp.
As he found some vacancy in right center for that baseball. And now Ryan Kemp to the plate. He hit a ground ball right back at Aaron Godinez the last time he stepped up to the plate. Need a different camera angle to see Kemp here. Listed at 5'4". Yeah, from this angle, he disappears behind Ron Shuchuk. So our apologies to the Kemp family who want to see their son play as he gets underneath one, hits it deep. And the little guy comes up big. A home run for Ryan Kemp. And he shows us that there's some pop in that bat as Ryan Kemp goes yard. And the Medicine Mavericks alter the complexion of this baseball game with one swing of Ryan Kemp's bat. And are now 2-1 ahead of the innings.
Blake Rowlett.
A 2-run jack for Ryan Kemp. It's Kemp's first dinger of the year, coming at the expense of Aaron Godinez and the Swift Current Indians. Blake Rowlett up. He singled the last time he stepped up to the plate. So 1 for 1 thus far. Hit deep by Rowlett. It's a loud out, but an out nonetheless, as he flies out to right field.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15, Aaron Green.
Aaron Green now for the Mavs. 3 home runs, 25 RBI on the season, 288 hitter. Flew out to Jose Rojas the last time he was up, so Green takes strike 1. Godinez looks for that outside corner. Doesn't find it that time, 1-1. Fly ball hit to Reed Fritzky's part of town. And Fritter makes the grab to take care of the Medicine Hat Mavericks, but not before they put 2 on the board. One swing of the bat from Ryan Kemp changed up the complexion of this ball game. 2-1 the score. Medhat leads it. Bottom of the third and the Tribe on the sticks next when we return with Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball. It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up. Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
Dental and fitness support this season. Leading off for the Swift Current Indians, sponsored by AT&T.
Top of the order for the Swift Current Indians.
Darren Cole.
Coke, Ackerman, Rojas. Due up for the Tribe, who trail at 2-1 here on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. The wind picking up a little bit, taking some of the bite off the heat as Coke chops that offering foul. Righty pitcher versus lefty hitter. We're in the bottom of the third inning in a 2-1 Medicine Hat Maverick lead. And Coke chops another one foul. Swung on and missed. And that'll be strike 3 as Coke goes down swinging. A big cut with some evil intentions.
Now batting, sponsored by Excel Bus Lines, the right fielder, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
So Nate Ackerman, caught looking the last time he was up against Zach Whitmus. And a solid single by Ackerman as he drills it to left. Tribe have a runner on, one away here.
Now batting.
Bottom of the third, trailing 2-1.
Casino, the shortstop, number 11, Jose Rojas.
So Jose Rojas, solo home run the last time he was up. If he does that again, it'll be a 3-2 Swift Current Indians lead, but easier said than done. The coaches in the stands say, hit a home run, Jose. So 1-0 count. Nate Ackerman at first. Zach Whitmus slows down the pace with a runner on and a breaking ball inside to Jose. Count is 1-1. One pitch. And sliding in safe is Ackerman. One pitch. Hammered by Rojas. Foul down the first base line. And 1-2 is where we at now. So 1-2 pitch. Whitmus. Ground ball by Rojas. Through first and second base. And back-to-back singles have 2 on for the Swift Current Indians.
Now batting, the designated hitter, number 29, Nick Day.
So 2 on and 1 out. Nick Day, DHing for the Swift Current Indians, makes his way to the plate. Nick Day really plays a intense Pete Rose style game. I know the last time he got hit by a pitch against the Regina Red Sox, nothing personal, but he was really angry about it. He's a snarling beast of a player, Day is. So count 0-1. Whitmus with Ackerman at second. Looks the runner. It's a 2-1 Medicine Maverick lead. Tribe got a solo home run for Jose Rojas. That got him on the board. But then the Medicine Mavericks with a 2-run home run from Ryan Kemp. So 0-1 the count today. And Nick Day reaches at a breaking pitch. And count is 0-2.
Here, one more, sorry. There you go, bud.
So 0-2. Whitmus. Day thought about it. And 1-2 the count today. 2 on and 1 out. Tying run represented by Nate Ackerman at second base here on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Kevin Zarnecki on deck. Whitmus. Fly ball by Day, hit towards third base. And positioning himself underneath that and making the grab is Ryan Helgren. So Day flies out to third, 2 away.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 9, Kevin Zarnecki.
So 2 out and 2 on here. Kevin Zarnecki singled the last time he was up to lead off the second inning. RBI opportunity for Kazar here. Pitch gets away from the catcher, and scurrying to second base is Jose Rojas. Ackerman heads to third as well. As that ball dribbling away from the man behind the plate, and now the Indians. 2 runners that much closer to scoring. Kevin Zarnecki has 6 RBI on the season. He's got the potential for a couple more here. Well hit ball by Zarnecki in the air. Hit to center field, and positioning himself underneath that to make the grab is Gabe Laris. So the Swift Current Indians strand a couple. Zarnecki flies out to center field. 3 complete innings in the books. It's a 2-1 Medicine Hat Maverick lead. We'll be back with the top of the 4th with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, The Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians.
And we're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. 2-1 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Jose Cruz, left fielder, will hit for the Mavs. Cruz hitting .471 on the year, 2 home runs, 12 RBI. His first home run of the season happened in Swift Current the last time these teams met at Mitchell Field. Pitch is just low and outside, and 1-1 the count. Aaron Godinez gets the signals. Curveball, and Cruz unable to get a fine beat on that moving pitch. And 1-2 the count. Godinez ahead of Cruz. Cruz, number 5 hitter in the Mavs batting order. Brian Arthur, their DH, on deck. High fly ball by Cruz. Drew Brooks at second base says, I got this one, and makes the catch. Cruz grounded out to second the last time he was up. This time he flies out.
Body beer batter, the designated hitter, number 19, Brian Arthur.
So Brian Arthur doubled in his last trip to the plate. Mavs with a 2-1 lead on the strength of a Ryan Kemp 2-run dinger. 1 down here. We're in the top of the 4th. Curveball from Godinez just misses. One 0 count. Breaking pitch from Godinez, and that'll be strike 1. When Godinez can throw that curveball for strikes, it's when he can really get on a roll. Arthur fouls that off. So count is 1-2. Godinez looking for a way to put away the wily veteran, Brian Arthur. And that one will bounce off his shoe, and Arthur will get his base. Breaking pitch that broke right into the foot of Arthur.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 17, Ryan Helgren.
And the Mavericks have one out and one on. Ryan Helgren flew out to Nate Ackerman and right his last trip to the plate. 296 hitter on the year. He's the third baseman. First pitch from Godinez, a strike. 0-1. Changeup is up. Fly ball to shallow right field. Nate Ackerman charging for it, and he won't get to it in time. Runner advances with that single by Helgren.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24, Andy Scott.
Scott, 188 batting average on the year. Grounded out to Kevin Zarnicki, his last trip to the dish. Pitch is just up and out. And it's a 1-0 count to Scott. Two-0 count. That's hammered into the backstop. Strike one called. Swift Current Indians are 7-17. Mavs 14-11. As out in front of that pitch is Scott. That'll be strike two. Well hit ball by Scott. Hit into left field. Darren Koch makes a diving catch in left. As Darren Koch welcomes himself to the highlight reel.
Now batting, the catcher, number 27,
with that grab.
Mitchell Doucette.
It looked like he was going to drop in for a single, but Koch read it well and was able to dive. There's a shot to right field. Nate Ackerman is underneath that. And Doucette flies out to right. No harm done. As the Medicine Hat Mavericks.
No runs, one hit, no errors, and 2 men left on.
Strand a couple.
3.5 innings.
3.5 innings in the books. 2-1 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. The Tribe on the sticks when we return with more Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball.
Here are the numbers you should have crossed off so far.
Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
We're back with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Tribe and the Medicine Mavericks, a rematch from the 2014 WMBL Championship Series. These teams also played in the league final in 2005. Swift Current Indians won that. I remember the deciding game in that series, 900 plus at Mitchell Field in Swift Current. And in the 7th inning stretch, there were streakers in right field. That was a fun night at the ballpark.
Leading off for the Swift Current Indians.
It was a fun night at BP's after they won it, too. Joe Carnahan hitting, I believe, .586 in the playoffs that year as a player for the Swift Current Indians in 2005. Joe Carnahan, we see him coaching third base right now. He was a hell of a ball player when he played here for the Swift Current Indians. WMBL Pitcher of the Year, WMBL MVP. Multiple championships as a player and multiple awards. Joe was a gem as a player. Still takes BP with the team, and he can still hit home runs as well. Opposite field shot by Tyler Enns. There you go. Enns gets the offense rolling for the Swift Current Indians in the bottom of the 4th. Solid single by Enns.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 16, Reed Fritzky.
So Reed Fritzky gets signals from Joe Carnahan. Enns would really like to get the show rolling with stolen bases on the season as well. He's stolen 5, but he's been caught stealing 5 times, so 5 for 10. He got nabbed stealing last night, but it sure looked close. Breaking pitch to Fritzky, and that'll be strike 1. No 1 count. Enns taking his lead at first. Jake Garcia on deck. Fritzky, foul ball. That's going to get out of the playing area. Fritzky hitting .276 on the year. Colby Community College in Kansas in his first year playing full-time with the big club here in Swift Current. So it's an 0-2 count. Zach Whitmus delivers to Fritzky. Fly ball could be trouble, and that's hit into no man's land just over first base. As the first baseman, right fielder, and shortstop unable to grab that, and Fritzky finds that Goldilocks spot of just right for a base hit. And now the Tribe have 2 on and nobody out. Jake Garcia at the plate. He flew out to center field in his last at-plate appearance. Jake hitting .241 on the year, 6 RBIs, and 54 at-bats. The mobile Tyler Enns in scoring position. Garcia showing bunt with no out. And Garcia gets it down. He'll get thrown out at first, but runners advance to second and third. Some small ball executed well by the Swift Current Indians.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 4, Drew Brooks.
As Garcia drops down that bunt, and he's going to get high fives from the crew in the dugout for doing the right thing for the team. So Drew Brooks now, number 9 hitter in the order. Brooks' batting average slowly but surely climbing this year, now hitting .241 for the Indians. Two home runs, 7 RBI. He's walked 9 times this year and struck out 13 in 74 at-bats. Tying run at third is Tyler Enns. Pitch to Brooks, just misses up. Tyler Enns representing the tying run. He's at third. Reed Fritzky representing the go-ahead run at second. No, or 1 out here. After Jake Garcia got a bunt down and put runners at second and third. Fundamentally sound inning so far for the Swift Current Indians. Shot by Drew Brooks. Ground ball hit to Kemp at second base. They'll throw out Brooks, but Tyler Enns will come in to score. And it's a 2-2 ball game.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the left fielder, number 18, Darren Culp.
And Darren Koch up now, looking to continue the inning for the Tribe. Fundamentally sound inning for the Swift Current Indians. As Enns got a hit, Fritzky got a hit. Koch hammers one up the middle, and that's fielded by the Medicine Mavericks shortstop Blake Rowlett. And The 6-3 out, but the Swift Current Indians small ball a run across the plate. And they score one and strand one. 4 complete innings in the books, and it's all tied up at 2. We'll be back with the top of the 5th with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
And for a pair of golf passes to Saskatchewan Golf Resort.
And welcome back to Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Glad you could join us for the webcast. Tribe and the Medicine Mavericks.
Go to the souvenir booth to claim your prizes. Leading off for the Medicine Mavericks, the center fielder, number 9, Gabe Lairs.
Glad you could join us wherever you are and whomever you may be cheering for. Tribe and the Mavs, 2-2 ball game. This one's going down to the wire. So much parity in the Western Major Baseball League this year. Especially when you look at that Alberta division where the Medicine Mavericks play. They're 14-11. And that's third place, 14-11. Those teams just battling back and forth. There used to be the haves and the have-not teams in the WMBL. Those days are over. Swing and a miss. Yeah, on the 2-1. Lairs has flown out and doubled. He also touched home plate as part of that Ryan Kemp 2-run dinger. Kemp in the on-deck area right now. Ground ball hit to Reed Fritzky in the glove, and he'll step on the bag. Lairs grounding out to the first
Now
baseman.
batting, the second baseman, number 2, Ryan Kemp.
Ryan Kemp really threw a monkey wrench into the Swift Current Indians' plans the last time he was at the plate as he hit his first home run of the season. A 2-run shot the last time he was at the plate. Nobody on for him this time around. Check swing by the 5'4" hitter, Kemp. Ball is called. Kemp gets underneath that, hits it towards the seats. Coming in hot.
Kids, that's a Standard Brothers foul ball. We're going to get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a Looney.
So 1-1 now. Godinez just a bit out. So 2-1 the count. Pitch low and away. And it'll be a 3-1 to Kemp. Kemp, a 198 hitter on the year. 10 RBI. Well, make it 12 RBI now with that home run. He's going to draw a walk. So the strong offensive night continues for the native of Hendersonville, Tennessee. Listed at 5'4", 160.
Now batting the shortstop, number 8, Blake Rowlett.
But for the Medicine Mavericks, good things have come in small packages tonight. As a walk issued by Godinez. Kemp on the base pad, swiping bags. He's 2 for 3 on the year. Blake Rowlett, who singled and flew out, will take a turn now at the dish. 1-0 count as Godinez. Breaking pitch, strike 1. First, and Kemp barely stays safe as he gets his fingertips on the base. Dusts himself off. Good pickoff move by Godinez. Curveball, and that's going to squeak through for a single. Nate Ackerman able to get a handle on that ball.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 15, Aaron Green.
So roll it 2 for 3 now on the night. Aaron Green, who's flown out a couple times, will take a turn now. Pitch outside. Curveball, and that'll be strike 1. As Green, anticipating something with a little bit more heat, he was way out in front of that offering from Godinez. 1-1 count. And that'll be strike 2 as Green takes a big cut with that low and away pitch from Godinez. There's a bit of a breeze blowing out to left field. 29 degrees, but that breeze cooling down the fans. Up here in the press box, though, we don't have the luxury of that breeze. It's spicy up here. There's a shot up the middle. And Tyler Renz has a handle on that ball, and he gets it into the infield right quick before Ryan Kemp can scurry home. But the Medicine Hat Mavericks, with 1 out, have 3 on now.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 10, Jose Cruz.
So the bases are loaded. Kemp walked. Rowlett and Green have singled, and Jose Cruz up now. And Cruz swinging a pretty hot stick, 471 on the season with a couple home runs. Last time Jose Cruz had an at-bat in Swift Current, he was hitting well below the Mendoza line, but he did hit his first home run of the season. So Cruz has really been surging offensively for the Mavs. Pitch is low and away. Garcia blocks it. Good move by Jake to get in front of that pitch to keep it in front of him and to hold all the runners in check. Ryan Kemp at third base. He's already touched home once with that 2-run dinger. And the Tribe in a little bit of a jam here in the top of the 5th. Godinez fastball just misses outside. And it's a 2-1 count. Godinez, 2-0 pitch. Breaking pitch. And Cruz takes a big hack. And count is 2-1. Infielders on the corners with their toes on the grass. Fritzky and Zarnicki wanting to keep anything in front of them. Swing and a miss. Strike 2 as Cruz on the last 2 offerings has been buying what Godinez has been selling. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 away here on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. 2-2 the score. Mavs looking for some runs here. Cruz fouls that off. Unplayable for any member of the Swift Current Indians. So another 2-2 pitch in this exchange between Godinez and Cruz with the bases loaded. And Cruz fights another ball off. Foul. That'll take a bounce onto the adjacent midget field here. 19th Avenue in Swift Current. 2-2 pitch, Godinez. Curveball. And Cruz gets a big enough piece of that pitch to stay alive. Mavs dugout solidly behind Jose Cruz in this exchange with Godinez. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 down. Bases loaded for the Mavs. Godinez. Fastball to the plate, ground ball hit to Drew Brooks. Potential double play, 4, 6, and the 3. Tribe turn 2. And the Medicine Hat Mavericks strand a runner at third. And the Swift Current Indians out of a jam with a timely double play. As one of the hottest offensive players in the league grounds into a 4-6-3 double play. That'll do it for the top of the 5th. 2-2 the score. The Tribe is pumped. And so are we. Full Line Ag Baseball returns after this.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians.
Tickets are $20 each with a maximum prize of $5,000, so get yours today. Leading off for the Swift Current Indians, sponsored by Excel Bus Lines, the right fielder, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
Swift Current Indians happy to announce the impending arrival of relief pitcher Bryce Bush, who's committed to the team. He'll arrive in Swift Current later tonight and is expected to be a reliever with the Tribe. Bush from Arizona. And he's a former member of the Saskatoon Yellow Jackets as well, so no stranger, the Western Major Baseball League. With injuries to the pitching staff and Joe Carnahan trying to plug some holes, he's really racked up the long-distance minutes. Hope Joe has a good long-distance plan, because when the past few months, if he hasn't been at the field, he's been on the phone. Joe trying to build the 2015 team into a contender, and that seems like a tall task with the Indians' record at 7-17. But Joe hasn't thrown in the towel by any means. 3-0 pitch to Ackerman, and he'll take for 3-1. Joe Carnahan fully recognizes that in Swift Current, it's that all-or-nothing mentality, and any year that the Tribe don't win the championship is considered a disappointment. Ackerman goes around on the check swing, and it'll be 3-2. So Joe Carnahan, even into July, still trying to manufacture that contender before the deadline for recruiting. Shot by Ackerman that buzzed the control tower of the pitcher as he lines one up the middle. And Big Nate now 2 for 3 on the night with back-to-back singles.
Living Sky Casino, the shortstop, number 11, Jose Rojas.
So Jose Rojas, who now has 4 dingers on the year, makes his way to the plate. Nick Day in the on-deck circle. Jose with a solo home run and a single. He's 2 for 2 thus far. Nate Ackerman at first. Whitmus to the plate. Strike 1. So the 0-1. Fouled off by Rojas. Is that going to get out of Mitchell Field? And it looks like it'll be unplayable for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, as that drops into the hectares of foul territory. Oh, 2 count to Rojas. After fouling off that last pitch moments ago, Nate Ackerman at first, nobody out here. Bottom of the 5th, 2-2 the score. Pitch up. 1-2. DH DH Nick Day on deck. Nick's 0 for 2. One-two pitch. Ground ball, potential double play as the Mavericks turn 4-6 and 3 as Jose unable to leg that out.
Now batting, the designated
And
hitter,
suddenly,
number 29,
2 out and
Nick
nobody on
Day.
for Nick Day. As Adam Shorsher, head coach of the Medicine Hat Mavericks, happy about that turn of events and applauds his team from the dugout. So 2 down for Nick Day. Nick's 0 for 2 this game. 3:02 on the year as righty on righty, and that pitch just bent away from the lumber of Day. Curveball bends for strike 2. And Nick Day steps out of the batter's box and takes an extra second to think about what he might see. With the count 0-2, quick windup by Whitmus trying to catch Day off balance. And Day reaching low and away. And they get him for strike 3. So that'll do it for the Swift Current Indians. A promising start to the inning after a Nate Ackerman single. Ends with the Tribe not stranding any. And going 3 up, 3 down. Top of the 6th coming up. 2-2 the score. We're back shortly with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the Swift Auto Body Beer batter, the designated hitter, number 19, Brian Arthur.
Brian Arthur. He's been a tough out tonight for Aaron Godinez and the Swift Current Indians. He's doubled and been hit by a pitch. Nothing nefarious about that situation where he was hit by a pitch. It was in the middle of the count. Oh, 1 to Arthur, make it an 0-2 as Godinez blows a pitch past him. And Arthur leading off will step out of the batter's box, tighten up the batting gloves, and await the 0-2 from Aaron Godinez. Godinez, the Tribe would like to use him as a reliever, but with the decimation of their starting rotation and the injuries to Ryan Benitez and Chris Hadeland, they've been forced to utilize the versatile California native in a starting role. And Godinez has been up to it as well. Seemingly a rubber arm that never fatigues, and another strikeout for Godinez as he fans Brian Arthur.
And with that, a beer is on sale. 2 for $8 at the Diamond Energy.
Strikeout number 2 of this game for Godinez.
Now batting the third baseman,
working
number 17,
through 5 1/3.
Holgren.
So Ryan Helmgren, who's flown out and singled. First pitch, strike 1. Ground ball hit to Drew Brooks at second. Brooks in the glove and over to Reed Fritzke at first, and that'll take care of Helmgren.
Now batting
Andy
the first
Scott's
baseman,
turn.
Number 24, Andy Scott.
Swift Current Indians love to see a long line at the beer shack. They're lining them up here. A beer batter going out. A pretty packed house here. Crowd tonight doesn't look quite as full as it did last night. 5:33 last night, a near sellout. Pack the Park night, and we're somewhat full. And that pitch from Godinez just misses Andy Scott. Two-one pitch, swung on and missed. That'll be strike two. As Godinez looks to be improving as this game gets longer. Check swing, did he go around? And the first base umpire says negatory, Pigpen. And 3-2, the count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away here. Hit up. And Jose Rojas, the shortstop, will take a small jaunt into the outfield and make the grab. So Scott flies out to the shortstop. That'll do it for the top of the 6th. 3 up, 3 down. Bottom of 6 on the way with the Tribe on the sticks when we return with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
Elsewhere in the WMBL, earlier today it was the Edmonton Prospects with an 8-7 win over the Lethbridge Bulls at Telus Field in Edmonton. In the top of the 5th inning, the Melville Millionaires lead the hometown Regina Red Sox 2-1. Bottom of the 5th, the Yorkton Cardinals have a 4-0 lead on the Moose Jaw Miller Express in Moose Jaw. And in game number 2 of that Lethbridge-Edmonton doubleheader, the Prospects lead at 3-1 in the bottom of the 6th. And in the bottom of the 4th, what's going on in O-Town? The Okotoks Dogs getting pounded by the Weyburn Beavers, 9-0. The score there. Yikes. Dogs don't like to lose at home. Don't like to lose anywhere for that matter, but especially don't like to get down 9 Cobb to the Weyburn Beavers at home on a beautiful Friday night for a ball game. Kevin Zarnecki up for the Swift Current Indians. Zarnecki ends Fritzky due up. Whitmus, he's worked efficiently against the Swift Current Indians. 5 innings of work, and through 5, only threw 69 pitches. So, well, semi-efficient. Or, pardon me, 59 pitches through 5. Math was never my strong suit. If I was better at it, I'd probably be doing something else besides webcasting a ball game on Friday night. Be in the stands with everyone else enjoying a beer. 1-2 count. Kevin Zarnecki fouls off another offering. So the 1-2 to Zarnecki. 1 for 2 on the evening. And he swings at the high fastball and has miffed at himself for doing so as Zarnecki goes down swinging.
The center fielder, number 24, Tyler Enns.
Enns is struck out and flown out. Or no, he hasn't. He struck out and singled. My bad. My apologies to Tyler. 1 for 2 on the night. First pitch from Whitmus as Enns tries to get sneaky and drop a bunt, but that goes behind him off the bat head. Oh, 1. And 1-1 the count as that pitch stayed up on Whitmus. As the sun sets in the western sky and alters the shadows here at Mitchell Field, foul ball hit by Tyler Enns, and Scott chases that down close to his dugout and makes the catch. Underhanded grab, not an easy play to make. And Enns will fly out to the first baseman. Scott makes the grab. And 2 away here for Reed Fritzke. Bottom of the 6th inning, and 2-2 the score.
Reed Fritzke.
Fritzke's reached base in his previous trips to the plate this game. He's been hit by a pitch and walked. Swing and a miss by Fritter. And 0-1. Curveball drops in for strike 2. And Zach Whitmus with a couple of pitches in his arsenal for right-handed hitters. Inside breaking pitch would be tough to hit. Fastball this time, and Fritzke sees something he can drive and lines it into the outfield. And don't look now, but the young Swift Current product is now 2 for 2, as well as being hit by a pitch. See Fritter at first there. 276 hitter coming into this game, and up in his stats a little bit. Jake Garcia makes his way to the plate now, wearing Luke Berry's number 5. Garcia flew out, and he also did his job by getting a bunt down to advance runners the last time he was up. There's the night for Garcia, and we're going to have a mound visit here. As Kyle Swanick, the pitching coach for the Medhat Mavs, is going to go out and have a chat with Zach Whitmus. Mavs heating up a sidearm lefty, Talon Kunkel. Kunkel from Saskatoon. You can just see him above their bullpen there as he warms up. Oh. Check that. Kunkel a righty, as we can plainly see. Off my game. Got to figure it out. Fastball just a little bit up to Jake. And 0-1. Two out and 1 on. Breaking pitch, and that's a called strike 2. So the 0-2 pitch, and it's a called strike 3 on that slider inside. And Jake Garcia takes an extra second to disagree with that assessment. Tribe Strand 1, and 6 complete innings in the books. Top of the 7th coming up, and we're still tied at 2. Back shortly with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle, $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians.
Number is 113236. 113236. If you have those numbers, please go to the souvenir booth to collect your prizes. Ben's night is coming soon on July 16th.
Aaron Godinez getting set for another inning of work for the Tribe. He's worked 6 so far, 7 Mav hits, 2 runs, both earned. He's walked 1 and struck out 2, and faced 26 hitters.
Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks.
Mitchell Doucette is up for the Mavs, 381 hitter as they go 9-1-2 here in the top of the
Catcher,
7th.
Number 27, Mitchell Doucette.
Catcher for the Mavs, facing Aaron Godinez and the Swift Current Indians. Glad you can make Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball a part of your Friday night, wherever you may be joining us from. Great to see a couple of parents of players in Mitchell Field. Nelson Quark's family, who went and said hello to us. And also met Drew Brooks' parents from San Antonio. Oh, 2, Godinez working against Mitchell Doucette. Curveball, and that just drops outside. Not chasing his Doucette, and the count is 1-2. One-two pitch, and low and outside. That'll even things out at 2-2. Godinez with 2 strikes against Mitchell Doucette, trying to get him to chase something out of the zone. Count is 2-2. Doucette, well hit ball, but right at Jose Rojas.
Now batting, the center
Down
fielder,
goes
number 9,
Doucette.
Gabe Lairs.
Top of the order. And 4th plate appearance of the game for Gabe Lairs, leadoff hitter for the Mavs. Lairs hitting .274. He's flown out, doubled, and grounded out. So 1 for 3 for the leadoff hitter. He's also scored once as he was part of the equation in that 2-run dinger by Ryan Kemp. One 0 count to Lairs. Fastball inside, and it'll be ball 1. Lairs from San Jose. Two-0 pitch. And now 3-0 count. Lairs will make Godinez throw him a strike, and Godinez obliges. 3-1 the count. And ball 4. Fastball just up. Godinez not happy with himself on that pitch.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2, Ryan Kemp.
So Ryan Kemp to the plate now. Kemp has grounded out, hit a 2-run home run, and walked in his previous trips to the plate. Swift Current Indians pitching coach Craig Kilshaw making his way to the Tribe bullpen to deliver some news, to instruct someone to start heating up. Get the zoom lens going there so we can see which DeVries it is. I believe it's Robbie. Colby went a few innings last night. Pitch from Godinez gets outside, and it's a 2-0 count. And it is Colby DeVries who's warming up for the Tribe. Same height, same weight, same pitching mechanics for the DeVries brothers. One's 33 and one's 32 on their jersey. So Colby warming up. Joe Carnahan's going to go have a mound visit with Aaron Godinez. I often say that in sports, the team is a reflection of the coach. And when Joe played, he was one of the coolest customers you'd ever encounter. Always maintained his composure. The only time he ever showed emotion is when his team won championships. And Godinez visibly frustrated himself, and Joe's out to calm him down right now and just say, look, you got the good stuff, throw strikes and maintain your composure. Godinez walked Kemp moments ago, or walked Lairs moments ago. Kemp at the plate now. So 2-0 the count. Godinez goes right after him with a strike. And it's a 2-1 count. Runner on at first is Lairs. Kemp reaches and fouls that off and even things out at 2.
Foul ball. Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
Lairs for Medicine Hat. He's got 3 stolen bases, but he's been caught stealing 4 times. So 3 for 7 in the stolen base department. There's a shot by Kemp, hit into the outfield. Nate Ackerman and Tyler Enns going for it, and Enns makes plays like that look easy, and he gets the grab. Kemp flies out to the center fielder.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 8, Blake Rowlett.
And Blake Rowlett will now bat for the Mavs. 290 hitter, 1 home run, 13 RBI on the season. Rowlett in this game 2 for 3. And he's been a good defensive presence at short as well. So 2 down. Runner on at first is Lairs. Rowlett fouls that towards 19th Avenue and Swift. So the 0-1 has Godinez. Breaking pitch inside. Garcia glares Lairs back to first. And count is 1-1 to Rowlett. 7th inning, top of 2-2 the score. Mavs with 1 on and 2 out. Strike 2, the assessment. And it's a 1-2 count. Rowlett hammers that foul. Sends that towards the Mavs bullpen where there's no action. The 1-2 pitch. Swung on and missed. And that'll be strike 3.
Strikeout for Aaron Godinez.
3rd strikeout of the game for Godinez. Top of the 7th, nothing doing for the Medicine Hat Mavericks as they end up stranding a runner. Bottom of 7 on the way. It's a 2-2 ball game. We'll be back shortly with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Fans
And welcome back to Full Line Ag. Swift Current Indians baseball. Zach Whitmus will exit the game after 6 innings of work. 8 hits, 2 runs, both of them earned. He didn't throw a walk all game long. Struck out 6 along the way and faced 26 Swift Current Indians hitters. So a very respectable night for Zach Whitmus. But the Medhat Mavericks will go to the pen and they will deploy Talon Kunkel. 7 appearances, 15 1/3 innings of work. He's been hit 16 times. He's allowed 9 runs, 6 of them earned. Walked 7, struck out 10. He's 3-0 on the year with a 3.52 ERA. So Talon Kunkel from Saskatoon comes in. And a defensive substitution for the Medhat Mavericks as well, as Brody Hawkins is going to come in to catch. He's 5'10" and 190 pounds, and he's from beautiful seaside Vancouver. So 9-1-2 due up for the Tribe. Bottom of the 7th. We 7th inning stretched moments ago and were entertained by Take Me Out to the Ball Game while doing so. And now Drew Brooks will try and light things up here. Brooks grounded out to the second baseman the last time he was up, but brought in a run in doing so as Kunkel sidearm delivery. That pitch coming from way out west to Brooks. In this righty versus lefty matchup. And 1-0 the count. Kunkel again. Hammers one low. And that squeezes past Roland, the catcher. That pitch never more than 8 inches off the ground, and it stayed low and went underneath the catcher. That basement delivery from Kunkel will be an adjustment for the Tribe. Whips strike 1 across the plate on a rising pitch. Pitch to Brooks just misses low. And it's a 3-1 count. Kunkel delivers. Brooks gets a piece of it, but lines it right into the mid of Scott at first.
Wyatt Harkis to the souvenir booth. Wyatt Harkis.
So Brooks lines out to the first baseman.
Now batting, sponsored by ACT, the left fielder, number 18, Darren Cole.
Top of the order up for the Swift Current Indians. Late in this ball game, it's a 2-2 score. And the Tribe trying to get ahead of the Medhat Mavericks here. Looks like it was going to be an offensive shootout as both teams homered earlier in this contest, but since then the pitchers and the defenses have settled down, and it's evolved from a shootout to a chess match here. Each team has homered, a solo bomb by Jose Rojas for the Broncos, or for the Indians, and a 2-run shot by Ryan Kemp for the Mavericks. The 0-1 to Koch as Kunkel throws a pitch that doesn't even move more than 4 inches off the ground. And 1-1 the count. Kunkel, a fastball that rose. And ball is called. Two-one pitch, and that's off the glove of Rowlett, the shortstop. And he's not happy with himself for kicking that ball. So Koch on with a single.
Sponsored by Excel Bus Lines, the right fielder, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
So Nate Ackerman hitting second in the Tribe batting order with 1 on and 1 out. Ground ball hit right back to the pitcher. Kunkel bobbles it, but throws to second. They get the 1-6, but unable to turn the double play, so Ackerman will reach on a fielder's choice.
Now batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino.
After hitting one hard right back at the pitcher, Talon Kunkel.
Rojas.
So Rojas, who's been on an offensive tear, 3 for 4 last night against the Regina Red Sox, 2 for 3 tonight for the Swift Current Indians. Baseball looking as big as a grapefruit to Jose Rojas. And he grounds one to Ryan Kemp at second base. And the Mavs will get the 4-3 and end the inning. As Rojas grounds out to second. 7 innings in the books. Top of the 8th coming up. 2-2 ball game. We'll return shortly with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. It's summer cruising time, and Living Sky Casino would like to help fill your tank by giving away $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday in July. Swipe your Players Club card daily throughout July for chances to win $1,000 in fuel every Wednesday at 8 p.m. You must be present to win, so take a trip to Living Sky Casino to fill your tank. Live it up.
Living Sky Casino. Living Sky. Live it up.
The old saying goes,
It's not what you know, it's who you know.
well, in this digital age, it's not what you know or who you know, but who knows you. If you're in business and want to be noticed, get in touch with Snowstreaker Media.
Websites, social media, video production, creative writing.
Trust Snowstreaker to tell your stories in ways that will get everyone's attention. If you're looking for an edge on the competition, make Snowstreaker your secret weapon. Visit snowstreaker.com to learn more.
Start March pitching change. Now pitching for the Swift Current Indians, number 33, Colby DeVries.
So the younger DeVries comes in for the Swift Current Indians.
Have a smartphone or tablet, depositing a check with deposit.
Aaron Godinez is going 7 solid for the Tribe.
Mobile app provides around-the-clock check deposits with a few small steps and a photo of your check. You've made your deposit without any wires. Visit innovationcu.ca for details.
So Tracy Moen couldn't throw a strike in the ball toss. Colby DeVries will try and throw strikes for the Tribe.
Leading off for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, the right fielder, number 15, Aaron Green.
Elsewhere in the WMBL, the Lethbridge Bulls and Edmonton Prospects, 3-1. The Prospects lead that in the bottom of the 8th in Edmonton. The Yorkton Cardinals up 6-0 on the Moose Jaw Miller Express in Moose Jaw. They're in the bottom of the 6th. Melville Millionaires lead the Regina Red Sox 7-1 in the top of the 6th. And in Okotoks, the Weyburn Beavers with a 10-0 lead on the Okotoks Dogs. That's a tough ballpark to win in. I know the the Beavers had a couple rough outings in Edmonton, but 10-0, they lead the Okotoks Dogs. 2-2 the score here. Swift Current Indians against the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Aaron Godinez went 7 for the Tribe, allowing 7 hits, 2 runs, both earned. He walked 2 and struck out 3 and faced 30 Medicine Hat Maverick hitters. Colby DeVries coming in for the Swift Current Indians. His second straight night of work. DeVries, this is his 7th appearance. He's had 2 starts on the year. He's worked 14 and 2/3 innings, 15 hits, 13 runs, 11 of them earned. He's walked 11 and struck out 10, 0-3 on the year with a 6.75 earned run average. There's a fly ball.
Kids, that's another Standard Motors foul
by
ball.
Aaron Green.
That foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth.
Top of the 8th, and the Mavericks are going 4, 5, 6. Green, Cruz, and Arthur. This is a tough part of the order. A tough welcome to the ball game for the right-handed pitcher, DeVries. And Green stepping out of the batter's box. May have been a little nicked up on that last pitch that ended up being a 2-2 foul. Swift Current Indians warming up A.J. McKeldery, left-handed pitcher. We may see the charismatic McKeldery before this game is done. Colby DeVries is going to settle back in for the 2-2 pitch. And here it comes to Green. Just misses low. Green, 288 hitter. Leads the Mavs in RBIs with 25 of them. And he also has his share of the team lead in home runs with 3. Green pops it up. Reed Fritzke heads towards hostile territory, and that will just get over the backstop. Close play as one of the Swift Current youth almost fielded that foul ball. And it's a full count here to Green. As Colby DeVries, fastball, and he walked him. So 1 on for the Mavs here in the 8th.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 10, Jose Cruz.
And Jose Cruz up now. Jose Cruz hitting .471 coming into this game, but thus far he's ground out, flown out, and hit into a double play. So Cruz with an off night, but you could argue that the .471 hitter may be due. Fastball by DeVries, strike 1. So DeVries steps off. 2-2 the score, top of the 8th inning. Pitch, the feet of Cruz. And 1-1 the count. Tribe will take their show on the road this weekend. Tomorrow night they're in Moose Jaw. 7:05 matchup with the Miller Express. And Sunday afternoon back in Moose Jaw for a 2:05. The 1-1. DeVries. Outside, and a good job by Garcia to keep that in front of him. Putting on a show here at Mitchell Field. If you're not entertained by what's going on the field, then there you go with some off-field antics. He must work out. Strike 2 called. Two-two pitch, time called. I don't know, when I do that in a public place, they call the police. Looks like he's getting the right kind of attention, though. Good confidence. He's attracted a fan. Full count now to Cruz. So 3-2 pitch, runner in motion, Cruz. The hit and run is on, and that'll be fouled off. And we'll have another 3-2 pitch from Colby DeVries to Jose Cruz. So full count. Runner remains at first. Colby DeVries. Runner in motion again. Ground ball hit by Cruz, and that's past Kevin Zarnecki. And heading for third base hard is the base runner, and sliding in is Green. So a hit and run, and Green with some opportunistic base running gets all the way to third. Runners on the corners and no out. Jose Cruz singling to left. And Colby DeVries will make a quick exit for the Swift Current Indians. And they're going to go to the lefty, A.J. McElderry. And so DeVries, 2 batters faced, a walk and a single. And Joe Carnahan going to the pen quickly, bringing in the lefty, A.J. McElderry. McElderry, this will be his third appearance, 4 1/3 innings of work. He's been hit off 7 times. 4 runs, 2 of them earned. He's walked 3 and struck out 2. He's 0-2 on the season. And a 4.15 ERA for the lefty. McElderry from Indiana. 6'3", 215. 0-2 on the year with losses in Regina and Lethbridge.
Stats and standings, player profiles, and news on upcoming Indians events are all available at scIndians.ca. And you can now follow the Full Line Egg webcast of all the Tribes games on the Swift Current Indians website. Go to scIndians.ca to follow all the action for the 2015 season. And make sure to follow the team on Facebook and Twitter. Snow Streaker Media is giving away $1,000 to a lucky follower if any Swift Current Indians player hits for the cycle this season.
So A.J. McElderry is heated up. And the first hitter he'll face will be the designated hitter, Brian Arthur.
The designated hitter, number 19, Brian Arthur.
So nobody out, runners on the corners, top of the 8th inning, 2-2 the score. Runs have been tough to come by in this one, but the Mavs are knocking on the door. McElderry to the plate for strike 1. Pitch in the dirt from A.J., blocked by Garcia. +400 in attendance watching this one. Tribe had a crowd of 522 last night. Ground ball. Brooks keeps it in front of him, looks the runner at third, and throws out Arthur as the infield was in.
Beer is on sale. 2 for $8 at the Diamond Energy Beer booth until the end.
So Brian Arthur, who's doubled, been hit by a pitch and struck out, grounds out to second.
Number 17, Ryan Helgren.
Tribe get 1 out. Still 2 more to go. Sticky situation here. Swift Current Indians infield is in behind A.J. McElderry. Ryan Helgren, the third baseman. 296 hitter. He's flown out, singled, and grounded out. McElderry, first pitch is just a little bit up. So runners on at second and third for Medhat. Tie ball game, top of the 8th. Mavs looking to hit something out of the outfield or to the infield. And strike 1 called on a breaking ball from McElderry. So 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 away. Ryan Helgren. Swung on and missed, strike 2. And back-to-back strikes thrown by McElderry. We're in the top of the 8th. Medhat, 14-11 record in that competitive Alberta division in the Western Major Baseball League. Threatening. 1-2 pitch. McElderry. Breaking pitch. Blocked by Garcia. No one moves. 2-2 count. So 2-2. Swift Current Indians infield, all with their toes on that grass, playing in. 2-2. And there's a shot up the middle. 1 will score. They're sending home a second one. Play at the plate, and the throw is off target. 2 score. And Ryan Helgren with an RBI single that scores 2. And it's a 4-2 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks as they put a couple up here in the top of the 8th inning.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 24, Andy Scott.
So that cashes in 2 runs. Runner on at first. And 1 out here. Med Hat Mavericks have walked, singled, and then an RBI single that brought in 2 from Ryan Helgren. And Helgren, the hero of this ball game thus far. Swift Current Indians will still have something to say about that. First order of business is get out of the top of the 8th here. Number 8 hitter in the order, Andy Scott, up now. 188 average as he fouls one off.
Kids, that's another Standard Motors foul ball. Run and get that foul ball and bring it back to the souvenir booth to get a loony.
So 1-1 will be the count to Scott. McKeldry looks the runner at first. Off-speed pitch for a strike. Scott was certainly anticipating something with a bit more velocity. He didn't get it. One-two pitch, and reaching is Scott. That'll be strike 3. First strikeout of the game for A.J. McKeldry.
The tech strikeout for A.J. McKeldry. His first of the game.
Mavericks.
The catcher, number 16, Brody Hawkins.
Sending Brody Hawkins to the plate as he was a substitution for Mitchell Doucette. Hawkins, his first at bat of this contest. He's a .290 hitter. He's got 3 home runs and 12 RBI. The Mavs starting Mitchell Doucette behind the plate, but as their starting pitcher, Zach Whitmus, left the game, Doucette left with him. So first at bat of the game for Brody Hawkins. And first pitch he sees is a strike that pounds the catcher's mitt. And an 0-1 count. McKeldry looks the runner at first. Breaking pitch for strike 2. So the 0-2 to Hawkins. As McKeldry, sudden windup, check swing, pitch in the dirt. Garcia finds it. Runner stays put. So a 1-2 count. Ground ball hit to Jose Rojas in the glove, and he'll flip to second. And that'll do it for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Top of the 8th in the books, but not before the Mavs put 2 on the board. It's now a 4-2 lead for the visitors, and the Tribe will be looking for offense when we return with the bottom of the 8th, right after this on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
The Hearing Place is proud to continue their support of the Swift Current Indians Baseball Club. Located conveniently in the Swift Current City Plaza, the Hearing Place is your #1 stop for hearing healthcare in Southwest Saskatchewan. Don't compromise on your hearing. Get tested by our qualified audiologist, Karen Woods. Call the Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment today. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
Excel Bus Lines is proud to once again be the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians, and have they got a deal for baseball fans. This July 23rd to 28th, see the Toronto Blue Jays in Seattle. $9.49 per person, double occupancy, and the seats are all in the lower club. That'll get you 3 baseball games plus rooms, and the trip is guaranteed. Also ask about a cruise trip in February of 2016 and their 7 Disneyland trips. Excel Bus Lines, the official carrier of the Swift Current Indians.
The number is 113255. 113.
We have returned.
Number, please go to the souvenir
With more
booth.
full line egg, Swift Current Indians baseball. Ryan Schweitzer bringing you the action from Mitchell Field in Swift. Mini homestand for the Tribe before they take their show on the road for the next two. Moose Jaw tomorrow night and Sunday afternoon. We, of course, will have those games with full line egg, Swift Current Indians baseball. Be happy to have you join us in Moose Jaw. Moose Jaw's been good to the Swift Current Indians this year as they've gone 3 for 4 against the Moose Jaw Miller Express thus far.
Leading off for the Swift Current Indians, the designated hitter, number 29, Nick Day.
7 wins on the season for the Tribe, 3 of them at the expense of the Moose Jaw Miller Express. So for the Swift Current Indians, now down by 2, 3, 4, and 5 due up. Nick Day, Kevin Zarnicki, and Tyler Enns. Or pardon me, 4, 5, 6 for the Indians. So bottom of the 8th inning, Talon Kunkel, sidearm delivery, and whips a strike into Nick Day, who clearly doesn't agree with that assessment. So count is 0-1. Pitch is outside. Day hitting .302 on the year, 1 home run, 3 RBI in 11 games. 1-1 pitch as Kunkel deals to the plate, ground ball, hit to the first baseman, and Scott boots it. Not the way Nick Day wanted to reach first, but he'll take it late in the ball game. As an E3 charge to Scott.
9, Kevin Zarnicki.
And Kevin Zarnicki up now. So nobody out. And Zarnicki at the plate. Tyler Enns on deck. Zarnicki representing the tying run against Talon Kunkel and the Medicine Hat Mavericks. So Zarnicki will be looking for something he can hammer here. Ground ball hit to Kemp at second. That's in the glove. Throw to the shortstop, and they get Nick Day. Zarnicki will reach on a fielder's choice. A low-velocity ground ball, and the Mavs unable to turn 2, especially with Nick Day sliding in hard. So Day comes in hot to second base to bust up that potential double play. So Tyler Enns, he struck out, singled, and flown out. His 4th appearance of the night. 8th inning, bottom of and 1 on for the Swift Current Indians. Enns representing the tying run as Talon Kunkel throws a pitch that bounces off the catcher's mitt, and strike 1 called. Sometimes if a pitch is in the zone but is subsequently dropped, then the umpire won't call a strike, but happened that time. As that one was around the plate. 1-1 the count to Enns. So 1-1. And Enns will be plunked by that breaking pitch.
Now batting, the first baseman, number 16, Reed Fritzke.
So Tyler Enns will wear a pitch that looked like it was moving about 70 miles an hour. And now the Tribe have 2 on and 1 out. Reed Fritzke at the plate. Hey, Fritzke having an all-right night. First baseman's been hit by a pitch and has 2 singles. He tops one towards the on-deck area. And 0-1. But a respectable night for Reed thus far. 2 for 2. Jake Garcia, Tribe catcher, on deck. Count is 0-1 to Fritzke after fouling that moments ago. So Current Indians have Kevin Zarnicki at second, who reached on a fielder's choice, and Tyler Enns, who was hit by a pitch moments ago, at first. So 1-1 the count. Talon Kunkel has a look at Zarnecki at second. Focuses on Fritzky, who fouls one out of play and off the diamond. So 1-2 the count to Fritzky. Tribe need 2 here before the end of this one. Bottom of the 8th inning, and it's a 4-2 lead for the Medicine Hat Mavericks on Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. There's one hit right into your living room. Count remains 1-2. So the 1-2, that's outside. Swift Current the past few days really battling with that smoke haze from the forest fires up north, but those conditions have all but cleared up. Still a little hazy here, but all in all, a beautiful summer night for this action between the Mavs and the Indians. 2-2 pitch. Fritzky will hammer that off the gear of the catcher. As Hawkins has that one ricochet off of his paraphernalia. And the count is 2-2. Two pitch. Ball 3. Talon Kunkel. Shot by Fritzky, hit into center field. And that is going to drop. Runners will advance. And Fritzky now 3 for 3, coming up big when his team needed him to. As Reed Fritzky singles into center field, and the bases are loaded. 1 out.
Jake Garcia.
Tribe down by 2, and Jake Garcia could tie this game up, but we're going to see perhaps a pitching change. Mavs are warming up lefty Bryce Fea. Mound visit from Kyle Swanek. So Kunkel's going to stay in this one for now. He'll face Jake Garcia. Drew Brooks is on deck. Righty on righty here. And depending on what happens with Drew Brooks, don't be surprised if they go lefty on lefty as they're warming up Fea. Fea would come in. There's Brooks who hits left, and Koch after him in the lineup who also hits left. Kunkel to Garcia. And he just misses low. And 1-0 the count as the fans get lively here at Mitchell Field. They'd love it if the hometown Indians could win 2 in a row. Tribe trail by 2, though. Jake Garcia looks to change that. Ground ball. Hit to the third baseman. Play at home. And they get the force. Kevin Zarnecki erased. Garcia will reach on a fielder's choice. And they're going to bring in their lefty Fea to face Drew Brooks and go lefty on lefty here. So a brief appearance for Talon Kunkel. And the Saskatoon native will exit as Bryce Fea comes in. Fea, the lefty, 10 appearances all in relief. He's worked 12 innings, allowing 8 hits, 8 runs, 6 of them earned. He's walked 7 and struck out 9. 3-0 on the year. And 3 saves as well to lead the Medicine Hat Mavericks in that stat.
Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 7, Bryce Faya.
Bryce Faya, 4.5 earned run average as well. So he'll warm up, and the first hitter he'll face will be the lefty Drew Brooks. So the Mavs go lefty on lefty. Tribe have the bases loaded, but 2 away.
Congratulations to
Jake Garcia at first. He got there on a fielder's choice. Reed Fritzky singled his way on bases. And he's at second. And Tyler Enns at third. Enns wore one as he was hit by a Talon Kunkel pitch.
It happens often. You need to give someone money.
So the Mavs with their leader in saves brought in here, Bryce Faya.
Right amount of cash on you. There's an easy free way to instantly share money through online and mobile banking.
Faya from Avon, Minnesota, lefty, 5'10", 170. Concordia College in Minnesota.
Transfer today. Visit innovationcu.ca for details.
See Kevin Betancourt and Jake Garcia. There's the Tribe's 2 catchers right there. Betancourt sitting this one out so Garcia can catch. Reed Fritzky, the 19-year-old, at second. And there's Tyler Enns, the 3-year veteran of the WMBL, at third. Drew Brooks up now for the Tribe. Bases loaded, 2 out. Tribe down by 2. Brooks' opportunity to come up big. The Mavs bringing in Faya, their closer, to go lefty on lefty. First pitch almost gets away from Hawkins. Look out, coming in hot. And 1-2 the count to Brooks. Top of the order, and Darren Koch on deck for the Tribe. Swift Current Indians down by 2, bottom of the 8th inning. Mavs bringing in Faya to close this out, but he's behind Drew Brooks, 2-0. And things get intense down at field level. Drew Brooks, the youngster, with his parents visiting from San Antonio. They're in the stands. Brooks with a shot, hit into the outfield. Hit over the head of the center fielder, and that's going to get past him. 1 will score. 2 will score. 3 will score. Drew Brooks, a triple. And Brooks is fired up. Three runs score. Drew Brooks with a triple. And it's a 5-4 Swift Current Indians lead. The Maverick outfielders were playing him shallow. Gabe Lairs was way in, and Brooks put it over top of him.
The left fielder, number 18, Darren Koch.
Gabe Lairs in center field said to Drew Brooks, "You're going to have to hit it over top of me," and Brooks did. 3 come in to score. And it's a 5-4 lead for the Swift Current Indians. And a lot of people close to the team said after last night's win over the Regina Red Sox, have the Swift Current Indians turned it around. They're starting to play with a bit more swagger now. 5-4, bottom of the 8th, as Darren Koch slices one foul. And Drew Brooks with his parents in attendance, who came up for the week from San Antonio. That's just great to see as Brooks gives his family a memory as Koch fouls one down the left field line. And 1-2 the count. So 5-4 the score. Koch, there's a single. And he's going to score Drew Brooks. And Drew Brooks is going to get high fives from the entire team here after that triple that brought in 3 runs and gave the Indians the lead. And Darren Koch gives the Tribe some insurance. Another single for Koch, RBI, and it's a 6-4 lead for the Tribe.
The right fielder, number 15, Nate Ackerman.
And the bottom of the 8th inning, the tide has turned. Bryce Faya came in to close this game out, and the Swift Current Indians have put 4 on the board. Nate Ackerman's going to try and keep things rolling as Bryce Faya throws over to first, keeping an eye on Darren Koch. "6-4 the score. Pitch up to Ackerman. And the Swift Current Indians, after a horrendous month of June, can they turn things around in the second half? Shot by Ackerman, hit deep to right field. That's going to go off the wall. Scampering around third and heading for home is Darren Koch. Scampering to third base is Nate Ackerman. A triple by Big Nate. An RBI for Big Nate. And the Tribe lead is 7-4. And the Swift Current Indians add even more insurance. An opposite field shot by Nate Ackerman.
Batting, sponsored by Living Sky Casino, the shortstop, number 11, Jose Rojas.
And the Swift Current Indians, under the Friday night lights, light up the Mavs. Pitch in the dirt to Rojas. This is old school Swift Current Indians baseball. Down late in the game. It's as if Funk, Carnahan, and Haraska were at the plate. But nope, the cast this time around, Brooks, Koch, Ackerman. "2-0 pitch to Rojas, who gets underneath one, hits it deep, and foul. About a 320-foot foul ball. And Bryce Faya, who's been good in that stopper role for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. His pitches have clearly looked a little chubby to the Swift Current Indians here tonight. Some days you win, some days you lose, some days it rains. And Faya, who's been good for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, Swift Current Indians have figured him out here. 3-1 the count to Rojas. 2 away. Tribe now leads 7-4. They were trailing 4-2 heading into the bottom of the 8th. And Jose will walk. And it's going to be a mound visit. As coming out to have a chat with Faya is Kyle Swanek, the Mavs pitching coach. And that'll do it for Faya. So the Mavs in relief are going to bring in Dylan Bell, pitcher from Salisbury, Maryland. He's a righty.
This is a start to March pitching change. Now pitching for the Medicine Hat Mavericks, number 34, Dylan Bell. Fans, it's now time for our final Pack the Park draws, brought to you by Golden West. Get those red tickets out again. For 2 passes to the Clearwater Trav Kyle, the winning number is
So Bryce Faya came in to close the game out for the Medicine Hat Mavericks.
113.
And he'll close out a lot of games, but tonight just wasn't his night. So Dylan Bell coming in. This will be appearance number 12 on the year. He does have one start, but mostly used in relief. 13 2/3 innings of work.
113, 140. If you have those numbers, please go to the souvenir booth to claim your prize.
13 2/3 innings of work. He's allowed 20 hits, 9 runs, 9 of them earned. He's walked 10 and struck out 6. He's 0-2 with an ERA of 5.92. So Nick Day up for the Tribe. Swift Current Indians have put up 5. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning. We're glad you could join us for Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. First pitch today finds the strike zone from Dylan Bell. Nate Ackerman at third, Jose Rojas at first. Mavericks will need at least 3 in the top of the 9th now, and the Swift Current Indians are going to try and make it tougher on them. The 0-1 pitch. Day hammers that just foul. Fresh signals come in from the dugout, and now Hawkins, the catcher, relays those to his team. The 0-2 pitch today. In the dirt. Bounces away from Brody Hawkins. Scurrying home is Nate Ackerman. And Nate will score to make it 8-4. The wheels falling off the wagon of the Medicine Hat Mavericks, as the Tribe have now put up 6 here in the bottom of the 8th inning. As Nate Ackerman scores on that ball that squirted away from Brody Hawkins, Jose Rojas advances to second, and now the deficit that the Mavs will have to make up in the top of the 9th is 4. Dylan Bell with the count 1-2 to Nick Day. Delivers to the plate. Curveball. Day timed it out and pounded one into left field. And that got past Cruz in left. Rounding third and leisurely heading home is Jose Rojas. And Nick Day stands at second base. The one hopper got past Jose Cruz, and things just going from bad to worse for the Medicine Hat Mavericks.
Now batting, the third baseman, number 9, Kevin Zarnicki.
So Nick Day singles and then advances to second on the error by Cruz out in left. And the Tribe score as Jose Rojas galloped home. And now it's a 9-4 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Tribe doing a number here in the 8th inning on the defending WMBL champion Medicine Hat Mavericks. Best inning of the year for the Swift Current Indians, and they're glad they could do it in front of 400-plus fans here locally. So a 1-0 count. Now 2-0 to Zarnicki. As Dylan Bell winds and delivers, Zarnicki fly ball hit deep. And that will hop over the wall for a ground rule double and an RBI for Kevin Zarnicki. 10-4 the lead. Tribe put up 8, and they're not done yet. So 10-4 the score. Kevin Zarnicki, a ground rule double. And Tyler Enns up for the Tribe.
24, Tyler Enns.
Enns his second at bat of the inning. He got this ball rolling when he was hit by a pitch way back when. So 10-4 is the score, I believe. It still says 8-4 on the scoreboard. Tribe have piled the runs on so fast that scorekeeper lost count. There we go. Now 10-4. So an 8-run inning for the Swift Current Indians that isn't over yet. So the 1-0 pitch. Enns gets a piece of that and hits it deep. Hit back. And Tyler Enns votes that ball off the island. A 2-run home run. 12-4. Tribe lead it. First dinger of the year for Winnipeg's Tyler Enns. And the Tribe have put up 10 in the bottom of the 8th. And is this the Swift Current Indians' statement to the league, saying, yes, our month of June sucked, but we're for real? The Tribe came into this inning in the bottom of the 8th, trailing 4-2. They now lead 12-4. Strike called to Fritzky. We're glad you could join us for a fun one here at Mitchell Field. Breaking pitch drops in low. Medhat Mavericks got a great starting appearance from Zach Whitmus, but the bullpen has failed them. Pitch inside to Fritzky, his second at bat of the inning. He singled the last time he was up. How about the night for Reed Fritzky? 3 for 3. He was hit by a pitch and 3 singles beyond that. Swung on and missed, and that'll be strike 3, and the inning mercifully over for the Medicine Hat Mavericks. But the Swift Current Indians touch up the Mavs and then some. Top of the 9th coming up. The deficit is 8 for Medhat. Tribe score 10, including a Tyler Enns 2-run home run. It's 12-4. Top of the 9th on the way when we return with Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball.
Home Inn & Suites Swift Current is proud to be the official host hotel for the Swift Current Indians Ball Club. Home Inn & Suites Swift Current offers great amenities such as modern rooms, a continental breakfast, fitness center, water slide, and meeting rooms, all at a great low price. Home Inn & Suites is part of the growing home hotel brand. Make your reservation today by calling 306-778-7788 or by reserving online at homeinsc.ca.
Many of us take our ability to communicate for granted, yet the ability to hear and be heard is much more vital to our everyday lives than we realize. If you or someone you know is struggling, please call The Hearing Place at 778-0826 and book your appointment with our clinical audiologist, Karen Woods. The Hearing Place. We focus on our client's journey.
So 10 runs on the strength of 7 hits for the Swift Current Indians gives them a 12-4 lead, top of the 9th inning. Elsewhere in the WMBL, earlier today, the Edmonton Prospects beat the Lethbridge Bulls 8-7 in game number 1 of a doubleheader at Telus Field. Top of the 9th inning, and the Weyburn Beavers with an 11-2 lead on the Okotoks Dogs. Bottom of the 8th, Melville Millionaires with a 7-3 lead on the Regina Red Sox, and the Yorkton Cardinals with a 6-1 lead on the Moose Jaw Miller Express. Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Tribe trying to go 8-17. A.J. McElderry trying to take care of the Medicine Hat Mavericks in short order here. Mavs need 8. Not impossible, but highly unlikely. Brian Arthur leading off for the Mavs. He's doubled, been hit by a pitch, struck out and grounded out. And pardon me, that's not Arthur. That's Gabe Allaire's leadoff hitter, and he spanks a solid single to get things going here.
Now batting, the second baseman, number 2, Ryan Kemp.
A.J. McElderry, 2 out, looks the runner at first, and just misses up with that fastball. Our next Full Line Ag Swift Current Indians baseball broadcast will be tomorrow in Moose Jaw. High fly ball to center field. Tyler Enns won't even move. As flying out is Kemp.
Shortstop, number 8, Blake Rowlett.
Kemp had a 2-run home run to give the Mavs 2 of their 4 runs. Blake Rowlett up now, 2 for 4. Aaron Green on deck. 1 away, top of the 9th, 12-4 lead for the Swift Current Indians. Won the count. McElderry, breaking pitch, strike 2. Pitch hops away from Garcia, but staying put at first is Lairs. A.J. McElderry looks the runner at first. High fly ball. And once again, Tyler Enns won't even move. Bang. 2 away. Aaron Green represents the last chance for the Medicine Mavericks. Top of the 9th.
Now batting, the pinch hitter, number 4, Manny DeLeon.
And Manny DeLeon is going to come in and pinch hit for the Mavs. With 1 on. DeLeon, a .214 hitter. No home runs, 2 RBIs. This will be his 15th at bat of the year. Mavs taking Aaron Green out of the lineup, so almost a white flag type gesture here, down 8 in the 9th. One-0 pitch. McElderry. Strike 1. McElderry arrived in Swift Current last week, wore number 30 for his first few appearances, but wasn't feeling that vibe, so changed to number 27. It was available. And now trying to close out the Mavs. Check swing by DeLeon. And 2-1 the count. A.J. McElderry. Interesting mannerisms with a runner on at first just prior to the pitch. Looks the runner, looks to the plate. Then does a bit of a head shake before delivering to the dish. 2-2 the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 away. 1 on, 12-4 the score. 400 plus at Mitchell Field. Delighted by what they've seen late in this ball game as the Tribe put up 10 runs in the bottom of the 8th. McElderry in the dirt, blocked by Garcia. So full count with 2 out. Runner will be in motion. Game on the line. Check swing, yes he did, and that's the ball game. A.J. McElderry punctuates a beauty of a night at the ballpark. Swift Current Indians win 12-4 over the Medicine Hat Mavericks. Our Swift Current Indians player of the game, and we got a bunch to choose from. Tyler Enns, his night, singled, 2-run home run. Reid Fritzky, 3 for 4. At the ballpark, well, here's how we'll split it. The ballpark The PA announcing and scorekeepers gave it to Tyler Enns.
On behalf
Taking
of
nothing away from Enns' game, but we'll go Jose Rojas with it. Solo home run and a single as well, and some solid defensive play for the Swift Current Indians. An honorable mention to Reed Fritzky as well, as he had 3 singles on the evening. Swift Current Indians, 12-4 win. And they're trying to claw their way out of the cellar in the WMBL Saskatchewan division. A statement win here against the defending league champion Medicine Hat Mavericks. That'll do it for another edition of Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. Our next webcast is going to be tomorrow night from Rosswells Park in Moose Jaw, 7:05 first pitch. We hope that you can make it a part of your Saturday night to join us live from Moose Jaw, where the Tribe will try and win their 3rd game in a row. That'll do it for another edition of Full Line Ag, Swift Current Indians baseball. On behalf of camera person Christina Schweitzer, it's Ryan Schweitzer saying good night from Mitchell Field.